It's time for This Week in JetHawks Baseball.
Welcome to This Week in JetHawks Baseball. I'm your host, Jeff Lasky. We've got a great show lined up for you. A little bit later on, Will Thornhill is going to take a look at what's happening this week in the ballpark, and our Scott Blusiewicz will introduce you to the opponents in this homestand. But first, the art of the stolen base. Recently, JetHawks all-star outfielder Jay Austin made Lancaster franchise history when he stole his 62nd base. He now has more steals than any other player in the history of the JetHawks. He broke a record held by current Florida Marlins infielder Emilio Bonifacio. Jay is our very special guest here on This Week in JetHawks Baseball. And here we are with the man of the hour, JetHawks outfielder Jay Austin. And Jay, you hold a very special record now in JetHawks history. You've stolen more bases than anyone else that's ever put on that uniform. What does it mean to you to have that record in your name?
It means a lot to me, knowing that all my hard work pays off. I want to thank Eric Young and Gary Reedus. They helped me a lot over the years.
Those are guys who were base running instructors. What was it that they taught you that fans might not understand about stealing bases?
They taught me how to watch pitchers and work on my 3 steps, my first 3 steps, because your first 3 steps are very important.
Yeah, they had a nice ceremony for you during the last homestand. They even gave you a base in celebration of the honor. What were you thinking when you were down on the field and they gave you that during that ceremony?
I was like, wow, I was happy for myself because Bonifacio, he's a great base stealer, and to know that I broke his record, that means a lot.
And you're off to a great season overall this year, and even if you throw out the numbers, just watching you play, it really looks like you've learned a lot from last year. What was it that you've learned that you've taken towards becoming a better player?
I learned how to become a better leadoff hitter, seeing more pitches, and just getting on base for the team.
Fans, of course, like to look at the numbers and the stats. If they were trying to see how well you're doing, what are the statistics that they should be looking at for Jay Austin?
My on-base percentage, my stolen bases, and runs scored.
Well, you're doing well in all of those categories so far, and Jay, congratulations again on being the greatest base stealer in JetHawks history.
Thank you.
That's Jay Austin. We're going to find out now a little bit about the opposing team here for the series with our reporter, Scott Blusiewicz. Scott?
Thanks, Jeff. The JetHawks open up a 7-game homestand against a pair of divisional rivals, the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes and the Inland Empire 66ers. Rancho Cucamonga is in its first season as a Dodgers affiliate, and they are in the thick of the Southern Division title race. The Quakes roster features a pair of LA pitching prospects, Alan Webster and Ethan Martin. The roster also has veteran first baseman Austin Gallagher, who batted .442 through the season's first 2 weeks. Inland Empire is in its first season as an Angels affiliate. The 66ers are led by outfielder Matt Long, who hit .309 through the season's first 2 weeks, and closer David Carpenter. That's a look at the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes and the Inland Empire 66ers. Now back to you, Jeff.
Thanks, Scott. Let's give you the trivia question for this week's show. During the last homestand, Stockton Port's outfielder Kent Walton became the first player in all of minor league baseball this year to hit for the cycle. So our question for you, who was the last JetHawks player to hit for the cycle? A single, a double, a triple, and a home run, all in the same game. Who was the last JetHawk to do it? While you're thinking about that, let's find out what's going on around the ballpark this week with our Will Thornhill. Will?
Thanks, Jeff. The JetHawks return home for a 7-game homestand chock full of promotions here at the Hangar starting on May 2nd. Tuesday night, we'll kick things off with Hispanic Heritage Night, and then 2 nights later, we'll celebrate Cinco de Mayo with a Cheers Buck Beers, which means for only $1, you get your favorite domestic draft beers all the way through the 6th inning. Friday night is another rendition of Friday Night Fireworks here at the Hangar, and this time we salute the 70s. And don't forget about Launch a Ball, in which you can win great prizes leading all the way up until that great fireworks show. Saturday is another giveaway Saturday. This time it's the 2011 JetHawks Rally Towel, so make sure you show up early so you can cheer on the JetHawks with the Rally Towel presented by the JetHawks Booster Club and AV Athletic Club. We'll wrap up the homestand on Sunday with Big League Dreams, Bring out the entire family. The kids get to play catch on the outfield before the game, run the bases after the game, and probably the best part is they get to eat free as well. So make sure you go to JetHawks.com to check out all these promotions and more and plan your next trip to the Hangar. Back to you, Jeff.
Thanks, Will. You know, Will's kind of like the biggest kid in our office, and before Sunday games, you can always find him playing catch down on the field. Before we get out of here, let's give you the answer to our trivia question. We asked you, who was the last JetHawks player to hit for the cycle? A single, double, triple, and home run, all in the same game. You didn't have to think back too far. It happened last year here at the Hangar, and it was outfielder Brandon Barnes. Brandon actually did it the day after his teammate Freddie Parejo had hit for the cycle. Well, Brandon is off to a great start this season. He's playing in Double-A for the Corpus Christi Hooks. We do want to remind you, if you want to tune in to any of our radio broadcasts during the season, just go to JetHawks.com, click Listen Live, and you can find CSN, the Community Sports Network. You can listen to all of our games live, and everything from the entire season is also archived on demand. Plus, if you'd like to watch this program again or any of our other video shows, JetHawks.com, click Multimedia, and you can find all of that as well. We want to thank our reporters on this week's show, Will Thornhill and Scott Blusiewicz, and our very special guest, JetHawks stolen base leader Jay Austin. We'll see you next time on This Week in JetHawks Baseball.